I am glad to share with you the information on the upcoming Tour with the Masters Garden Tour, which takes place Wednesday, July 26th. The garden tour, as before, will run from 4 o'clock to 8:30, rain or shine, and features many interesting and diverse gardens. As you all know, the Extension Master Gardener mission is to educate the public with research-based information on the best practices in consumer horticulture and environmental stewardship. And it provides an opportunity for its volunteers that is friendly and supportive so their training, experience, and enthusiasm will produce maximum benefits to the community. You also know that the Tour with the Masters is our biggest educational event and only fundraiser, supporting over 100 Master Gardeners and well over 40 different educational projects. The projects vary from Butterfly Garden, YMCA, Butterfly and Vegetable Gardens, Junior Master Gardeners, Channel 1. We teach classes and workshops. We guide community and school garden projects. We educate youth, and we guide nonprofits. Jan Gerke and I are very excited to be the tour chairs again this year. And we are pleased to announce that our 2017 gardens are all lined up and ready for our tour. Well, not ready. The snow is still on the ground, but you know what I mean. Yes, we are touring Northwest this year, and again starting at the University of Minnesota Heinz Center. Still a great place for us to start our tour since we are associated with the U of M. Our 7 other gardens are listed below. Marlene and Charles Fisher have a wonderful little postage stamp size garden, and its delightful outdoor living space will intrigue people who have large yards and small as well. Pat and Hollis Fieser have a wonderful garden. Pat is part of one of our local garden clubs. She has a compost bin that will be included in our education, and our plant sale will be at this location. Grace and Dean Swanson I've known from years back when I was part of the Rochester Flower and Garden Club. They basically have no grass on their property. Pathways meander through the garden. Chickens are in the little red shed on the property. Our education there will be on raising chickens in the city. We are thrilled this year to have Cascade Meadows on our tour. Cascade Meadows will be providing all the education, along with Rain Garden, which will be provided by the city of Rochester. Megan will be out there this year. It will be a fabulous area for lots of different ways people can be educated. Jack Drews might be a familiar name to some of you. Yes, he is the retired football coach from John Marshall High School. And for years, Jack has been bringing me his produce in the fall. He has overabundance of tomatoes and peppers and brings those to me so I can make my salsas and make my V8 juice and such. So Maureen and Jack were thrilled to be asked to be part of the tour. Next door is Cindy and Dave Pulowski, and they are our neighbors that cooperate, garden together, socialize together, and it's going to be a fun addition to our tour. Our food samples will be at that location, and our educational piece will be on preserving. Finally, we'll be ending up our tour at Squash Blossom Farms. Squash Blossom Farms is an amazing location with lots of different educational options, and it'll be a fun place to end our tour. Some of our educational offerings have already been mentioned. Of course, we'll be having our food samples with recipes and growing tips, and we'll be having our plant sale and the growing tips for that as well. Rain gardens have been part of our tour for a while and is an important element that we have been able to add. And Cascade Meadows will be sharing so much out at their facility. Chickens in the City will be a fun addition. We also have composting. Both of those have volunteers that'll be preparing the educational displays for that. Gardening designs for your outdoor living space, featuring small gardens, although we want to make it interesting for everybody. Reasons Plants Fail will be another educational element. And then we have several possibilities out to Squash Blossom Farms. At our food sample location, we'll also have using garden produce. Many of our coordinators are returning to make this tour happen. Mary Jane McCarty is volunteer coordinator again, and she is also coordinating the Thursday Appreciation event. We do need an assistant for her. The wristband sale coordinators are Jane Barton and Sue assisting her. Plant sale coordinators are Merle and Belinda. Food sampler coordinator is Kathy Hoyer with Ann Viswantha helping her. I will be doing the publicity coordination. I will need 2 assistants for that. And the educational coordinator is a brand new position. Looking for someone to chair that as we have 5 educational displays that we will need. Our garden sale coordinator is again Glenn, although he does need an assistant, and hopefully one of you are interested in doing that. And we were very happy to have our garden scouts, Jane and Beth, help as we identified gardens. Our publicity this year is pretty much the same as what we've done in the past. I do want to let everyone know that we will have 8x10 flyers available for individuals who would like to hang them in their places of business or where they work. 4x6 cards also can be made available. These will be made available only if you request them, and we will have a deadline for that so that we can get that printing done. We also are sending with this PowerPoint a post that you can use for your social media, Facebook, and the like. Let me know if you would like a flyer or some 4x6 cards to hand out. We have a few new positions available for people who might be interested in helping out. We are looking for 2 publicity assistants to work with me. One would be in charge of mailings. One would be in charge of mailing out public service announcements to radio stations, local magazines, newspapers, and to area clubs. We are really looking to promote the Master Gardener Tour to area garden clubs, and we'll be looking to get those addresses and send out information about how they might be interested in getting a carpool together. Another volunteer for publicity would be somebody who could take out large posters to local nurseries and again pick them up afterwards. That was an area of need last year, and we sure could use some help with that. As I mentioned, Glenn needs an assistant this year with an extra garden in the mix. We will need extra help getting out canopies and tables, chairs if needed. So somebody can help get those canopies set up will make a huge difference. Jane Barton and Sue Butler will need plenty of help. We have the welcome and wristband volunteers. You don't need to know anything about the gardens, and actually we prefer you just stand on the boulevard and welcome guests into the yard. We'll have 2 per garden, so you can take turns. And being we have 7 gardens and the Heinz Center, we will need 16 volunteers to help with this. Contact Mary Jane if this is something you would like to do. Our plant sale coordinators, Merle and Belinda, have done a great job getting things ready. They have pots available, but we do need at least 1 more person to help with the selling so we can keep things moving smoothly. If this is something you'd like to help with, please let Mary Jane know. They do want to let you know that they could possibly use more clean pots. Contact Belinda or Merle to let them know if you have some. We will be providing soil again this year. If you have many blinds you can cut up, or plastic bags that we can use for hauling, let them know. Also, we were looking for more unique plants this year. Please let them know if you have some more common plants to see if they need any more of those before you go ahead and dig those up. But the more unique ones, different daylilies, sun or shade plants, let them know what you have. Native plants are always good, and plants for rain gardens are generally native plants, but those are excellent as well. As mentioned, we are in need of an education coordinator. With 5 education volunteers, we need somebody to help coordinate that, lighten the load up for me a little bit. So if you're interested in working with those 5 individuals, again, we do have the John Marshall High School graphic design and independent study students who are required to do a project with a client. This is a great opportunity for them and also for our master gardeners. If you have helped out with food samples in the past, you know it's a great group to work with and they have a lot of fun. We do need another 10 to 12 volunteers helping with this. If you haven't helped and want to give it a shot, get in there quickly because I know they do have a good time with the food preparation and with the serving. As a summary of some that I've already mentioned and some miscellaneous volunteers, don't forget we need the educational coordinator, 5 or so education volunteers to create signage or displays. 2 volunteers to help with publicity, and the volunteers listed below, plus the 16 garden master gardeners, 16 volunteers that go in the gardens that will be prepped on some of the special features that are in the individual gardeners. And we are also looking for a couple of volunteers who can help make phone calls, so this year we can reach all of our master gardeners. If you are interested or able to help with any of these, please let Mary Jane know. Here is Mary Jane's contact information. Send her an email, let her know that you would like to participate in this, our largest educational event and our only fundraiser. We again will be having our Thursday appreciation event for all who volunteer. Mary Jane could use another helping hand to make this event go smoothly, so please do let her know if you're interested in volunteering for this. Our appreciation event is again RSVP and will be held at the Squash Blossom Farm, where we'll have a wonderful time with their beautiful setting, and I hope that all of you who volunteer do know that we appreciate all that you do to help with this important event and all that you do for our community. Thank you.